Hi guys, so welcome to the video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create and format an Amazon KDP book on your mobile phone. So this is going to be a beginner's tutorial. So I'm going to walk you through the entire process. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first step is to open up Play Store on your mobile phone. Go to the search bar and then type in Canva. You're going to see the install button, but as you can see, mine says update because I already have the app on my phone. So I'm just going to click on update to have the latest version of the app. All right, so once it is done installing, you can just go back to your phone, to your apps launcher, and you're going to see the Canva app already installed on your mobile phone. All right, next we're going to click on the app to open it up. Now, just a small disclaimer. Now, once you open up the app, you need to sign in if you don't have an account, if you don't already have an account with this app. But since I already have it, you can see I just open it up and it goes straight to my own account. So if you don't have it, if you have never signed into the app, you need to sign in with your email address. All right, so once you're logged into your account, click on the plus sign at the bottom of the page. It's going to open up here. You're going to see custom size at the top. Click on custom size. And this is where you're going to put in the size of your page. You're going to put in the width and the height. Now, typically for a journal or a notebook, people usually go for an 8 by 11, which is a letter size, or maybe a 7 by 10. But if you're going to write maybe like a storybook or maybe like a novel, something of that sort, then you can go for probably 6 by 9. So that's a typical book size that people will go for, or even 5 by 8. But rather than guessing, it's better to use the KDP guide. So go to Google and type in Amazon KDP page size, and you're going to click the first link which says set trim size, bleed, margins. All right, once it's opened up, you can just scroll down, and I'm going to just use your finger to expand the screen. Click on the blue link which says examples of page size with and without bleed, kdp.amazon.com. You're going to see this drop down arrow. Click on the drop down arrow, and you're going to see the acceptable page sizes for Amazon KDP books. So you can see the one with a bleed, a page size with bleed, and the page size without bleed. Now, if you're going to be adding an image into your book, then it's better you go for a bleed. Choose a page size with bleed, because a bleed typically means that the image of the book, the image in the book, is going to extend right to the edge of the book. It's going to occupy the edge of the book. You're not going to see any white space. But for a no bleed page size, it means the image is going to be within the book, like it's not going to extend right to the edge. All right, so once you have that in mind, but typically I'll advise to go, whenever you want to put in an image into your book, it's better to go for the bleed size. All right, so I'm going to go for the 6 by 9, and I'm going to go for the bleed page, interior page design. And as you can see, for the bleed page size, they added is a 0.125 to the width and a 0.25 to the height. Typically, when they want to print out the page, they're going to be able to trim out that size, that 0.125. So it's just there for the extra trim, so that the book is going to come out 6 by 9. So I don't know if that makes sense. So the 0.125 and the 0.25 is just there for the trim size. That is the trim size, but our book is going to come out, it's a 6 by 9 book. All right, so we're going to go back to Canva and then set up our page size. All right, the first thing we want to do is to make sure to change the measurement. So click on the drop down arrow and change from pixels into inches, and then we can just put in the size, and the width is 6.125 and then height is 9.25, and then you can click create new design. Once it's done loading, it's going to load up like this, immediately showing you the different designs that you can choose from. But we're not going to choose from any of the design. We're going to start with a blank page. If you take a look at the bottom, you're going to see different command options here. You're going to see text. Click on text, and then just click add a text box, and this is where you're going to type in you can start writing your book, writing the content of your book. If you already have the content or the text somewhere, you can just go and copy and put it here. But I'm going to start with the title of the book, so I'm going to write it in the middle or in the center. All right, so if you take a look at the bottom of the page, you're going to see the different command options here. These options are going to come in handy, but for now we're going to start with just our book title. And then next, just tap on the blank space, the white space, and it's going to open up a different command option at the bottom right here. Scroll and click on where it says more, which is a 3 dots, and then just click duplicate. So that is how you can duplicate a page to add another page. You can simply just scroll left and right to navigate between the different pages. So with this new page, I'm going to carry this text up. Just tap on it, and then you're going to see the little 4 little arrows. You can just use it to drag the text wherever you want to drag it, and then just double tap inside the little text box, and then you can change the text, or you can start writing. So that's where you can edit. So I'm going to use this as the disclaimer page to add a disclaimer to our book. As you can see, when I carry the text up, you can see this red line appear. So that is basically the guide. Canva gives you a guide. That is where your texts are supposed to be. It's going to be within that red line. Okay, so that's one thing I love about Canva. So it helps you to guide you as to where your texts are supposed to be and not go above. So it's basically good for a no bleed book where you don't necessarily need to put an image that extends right up. All right, so to add another page, so instead of tapping on this white page and then duplicating it, just use your finger and scroll towards the left, and it's going to automatically create a new page like this. All right, so we're going to add text to this page. So scroll down to the left, make sure you don't select the blank page. Scroll down and click text at the bottom, and then click add a text box, and then this is where you can just add in your text. But I'm going to go, I already have a content written somewhere. I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to copy the text and then go back to Canva and then paste it in there. I'm starting with the book title, so I'm just going to scroll to the left and go back to the first page. Just double tap on it until you're able to see that line or the select option, and then just paste the text there. All right, once that is done, next we're going to format the text. Tap on the text box, and then on the options down below, scroll until you see format. It says B. Click on that, and then we can format it by bolding the text. Click on the bold option, then you can centralize the text. You can also use a little point on the text box to adjust your text, right? So I'm going to just drag it up like that, and yeah, so that looks perfect. And then what you can do now is to underline it if you like. So you have the underline option there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to close that. All right, next is to reduce the spacing of the text. You're going to see spacing option at the bottom. Click on that, and then you can just reduce the letter spacing or the line spacing. So you can just play around with this until it fits or it suits what you want to, how you want your text to look like. So I'm going to be reducing the line spacing a bit, and then leave it like that. So that is it. You can also change the fonts. Click on fonts, and you have the different fonts option here. I like to go for Times New Roman or Georgia or Arial. So those are the type of fonts that are more easy to read, so everybody can use easily see the text and read. You can also change the color. You have the options to change the color there. All right, so those are the basic formatting options. Now I'm going to add another text. Click on the text option at the bottom, click on add text, and I'm just going to write written by Risa, and then I'm just going to drag the text down. All right, so we're going to go ahead to fill in each the pages with our text. So I'm going to scroll to disclaimer. If you have a disclaimer text, you can copy and paste. Yeah, but I don't have it right now. I'm going to start with the introduction of my book. So I'm going to go to where I have already written the text, and then copy the introduction, and then go back to Canva, and then just double tap on the text box and then paste it in here. Next is to start formatting your text. I'm going to first of all just use my finger to pinch inward so that I'm able to see everything clearly. So again, you can just tap on the text box, and down here you are going to see the different options. On the search bar, you can just type in the name of the font I want to use. I'm going to type in Georgia, and then it's going to appear, and I just tap on it and it's going to change to my preferred font. Next is to change the font size. You're going to see font size, click on that, and then you can just increase the font size or reduce it. But I like to do the 13, the font size 13 or 14, so it doesn't look too big or too small, so it's in the middle. All right, so the next thing we want to do is to change the alignment of our text. To do that, make sure your text box is highlighted like this, and then on the bottom you're going to see the format option. Click on format, and then we're going to choose the alignment here. We're going to choose a left alignment. All right, so that looks perfect. I'm going to close this by clicking on the X. I'm going to go ahead to add another text in here. So I'm going to go back to where my content is and then just finish copy up what I have here, and then go back and then just add the text there. Next, we're going to adjust the line spacing of our text. Again, tap on the text box and then just scroll down. You're going to see the spacing option. We're going to increase the letter spacing, so just put your finger there and then drag. I'm going to leave it at 25 and then just close this. So this is looking much better. Our text is looking somehow arranged and organized, so it is clear, the text is clear and visible, and it has just enough space in between the text. Well, I'm just going to adjust it again. Just drag the text box, and then again you can use the points on the text box to adjust. So this looks great. So we're going to go again and then start adding text to the other pages. I'm going to add another page and then add text just the same way I did with this one. Now, one quick thing I like to do is to just duplicate the page with the text box already in it, rather than creating a new page and then adding a new text box. So I'm going to come on the three dots which says more, click on that, and then click duplicate page. So I've already duplicated the page. I'm going to go back to my text and then start copying the text that I want to add to the new page. So to edit it, just simply double tap on the text box or in the text box, and then just select the entire text, click select all, and then click the paste option. So it's going to paste in the text that I've just copied from our source. Okay, so I'm going to remove this the heading of our text. So I want it to be on a separate text box. So I can just adjust this by clicking on the space bar so that there's no space. And then I'm just going to drag this text box down, and then I add in a different text box. So what I like to do is to just click on this text box and then click the duplicate icon at the top of it, and then just take it up and then double click on the text in the text box, and then select it all and then paste my chapter heading. Now I can go ahead to format the text. Just drag it down, click on font size at the bottom, and I'm going to change the font size, and I'm just going to increase it a bit. We can change the font itself, but I'm not going to change the font. I'm just going to leave it like this, and then we're going to go to the format option where we can bold it. We can also centralize the text so that it looks like a heading. And then I'm going to change the spacing of the text. I'm just going to change the letter spacing, and then until it looks great. So that is how the text is looking. I'm just going to adjust the text boxes. All right, so let's go ahead to add images to our book. To add image to our book, I'm going to be duplicating this page, so I work with a blank page. So just tap on the page to highlight it, and you're going to see these options at the bottom, and you're going to see the three dots which says more. You're going to click on that three dots, and then it's going to show you an option which says duplicate page. So click on that and you'll be able to duplicate your page. So what I'm going to do is to just delete that text box, and this is where I'm going to add the image. So at the bottom again, just come down, you're going to see upload. Click on the purple button which says upload files, and you can just get an image from your gallery and put into Canva that you can use anytime. Another way you can get images to put on your book is to go to the elements tab right down there, and then go to the search bar and type in whatever you want, and it's going to show you, going to spit out images for you that you can use. Now, instead of going through the upload option, you can also go directly to your phone's gallery. Click on gallery at the bottom, and it's going to take you directly to your phone's gallery or to your camera, where you can just take a screenshot immediately and then upload on the app. All right, so another way you can get images to use on your book is to use the AI image generator tool right there on Canva. So at the bottom on the tools bar, you're going to see the AI image generator. When you click on that, you can just type in what type of image you want, describe the image that you want, and this AI tool is going to spit out the image for you, and you can just upload it directly to your book. Once you're done describing the type of image you want, click the create button, and then just be patient. It's going to create an image. All right, so this is the image that it has created based on my description. I'm just going to adjust it. Just use the dot around the image and adjust until it fits like that, and that is it. You can also just add another image. You can always describe another image. I'm going to write a Kenyan housewife cooking, then I'm going to click create, and let's see. All right, so this is the image. So I think I like this one much better. I'm going to adjust this one, and then first of all, I'm going to tap on the other picture behind and delete it, and then I'm going to tap on this and adjust the image until it fits perfectly. Remember, it's a bleed book, so we really want the image to go right up to the edge. So I'm going to adjust it like that, and great. So this is how the book is looking like with the image. So you can just go through and then check. So I think the book is coming. It's not perfect, but at least it's getting the shape that it needs. So now, if you want to take a better look at how the pages are going to look like once they are printed, you can just use your finger, pinch inward until it is like this, and it's going to show you the multiple pages option like this. So you can see how page 1 and page 2 is going to look like, just like a normal book. When you open, you see how the left side of the page is and the right side of the page is. Another thing you can do is to reorder the pages. So you can just hold a page and then you can reorder the position of that page. So as you can see, I am changing the last page to the other one. So you can reorder them. And you also have the different options at the bottom where you can delete a page, you can duplicate a page. Just tap on the page and then click duplicate, and it can duplicate. So the options at the bottom, they are self-explanatory. All right, so the next thing we want to do to our book formatting is to justify the text and make it look more arranged. So this is an example of the text in this book. So you can see how the text are all within a certain line. No one is going out of it, and it is all within a margin. Now to do that, just highlight the text box and then come down here and click on format, and towards the right, at the right hand side, you're going to see the justify option here. Click on that, and that is it. So it has justified the text, so our text is going to look perfect. So I'm going to do that for the rest of the pages and then get back to the video. All right, so we are done with the formatting of our book. So the next thing you want to do now is to download your book. But before we do that, we're going to give a name to our book. So click on the 3 dots at the top. Click on the pen tool which says book title, and then you can give a name right here. Preferably, I like to write the title of the book. I just click and then I copy and paste the title of the book here. Now, once you're done, just use your finger and then just drag downwards, and it's going to go back. So next is to download. Click the download button at the top, and then click download again at the bottom where it says download. And then we're going to export the file type as a PDF. So to change it, click the drop down arrow, and then you're going to choose PDF print. So because we're going to be printing the book, so we're going to be using PDF print. And then once you have chosen that file, type, just click download, and all of your book is going to be downloaded as a PDF. So you can save it into your phone, And then the next thing is to create your book cover. So that's going to be in another video. So if you want to watch the video, click the video. The link of the video is going to be in the comment section, or it's going to be in the description of this video, so you can check that out so that you know how you can create a book cover for your book using Canva. Alright guys, so I've finally come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found value in the video, and if you did, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Also leave a thumbs up, because that is how it's going to encourage me so that I keep on making such educational content. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I will gladly reply to your comments. Thank you so much for watching once more, and see you in the next video.